Hello, everyone, and welcome to our third episode of the GameBrew podcast here on the Funky Games channel. How are you guys doing today? We've got the Big Show, aka Dan, and Ireland, aka Steven. How are you guys?
What it do, baby? What it do?
Doing
What it do?
good. I'm ready to talk
Doing good.
about our topic for the evening. What is the topic?
Before we get into
What is
the
our
topic,
topic?
what have you been doing this past week? Catch us up.
Beat us off, Steven.
We're playing Halo Infinite dropped. If you haven't watched our episode about Halo and the expanding universe and whether it should stop, watch that episode. Wow, it's right there. Look at the episode. You should watch that. We're also playing it's the other way, but you're good.
Okay. Yeah. That way.
Yeah, it's over there. So that's great. And we're also me and Eric from the Reaction Time podcast are playing the Pokemon trading card game. So that's what I've been up to.
Literal trading card game.
For the Game Boy Color, released in
interesting.
1998, I think, or something like that. It's
Oh,
awesome.
fun.
You should check that out, dude.
Right. Maybe I will.
Maybe I will.
Game wise, I've been playing I've been bouncing between Knights of the Old Republic. The port dropped for the Switch, so I've been playing that. And if I kind of want to get my single player on, and then still playing Mario Party Superstars, still very tight. Don't know if I've won a game yet, but I've had some heartbreakers. And in a little teaser for our content coming up here, I finished the original Mobile Suit Gundam kind of series. They had a trilogy movie set, and then I watched like their little sequel series, and then there's an extra movie. But Gundam, good stuff, people.
You're going full weeb.
Yes, bro. I don't know if I may be the only I may be representing the anime community on this cast. I don't know.
I don't know. I got some hours logged from my college days. Have you seen
All right,
Oron
well.
Host High School Host
Okay,
Club?
maybe we'll-
yeah,
Maybe
like
we'll have to have a second
Vampire Night.
anime. The only thing that could sync this podcast is an episode about anime.
Yeah,
Anime.
I haven't
It's
watched
art.
a lot of anime.
Hell yeah, bro.
King of the Hill is
Alden,
the best anime.
Nani?
Dan, what's your reaction to the new Mario Party? Is it as nostalgic as everyone says?
It's tight. It's fun. It's one of those things where like you really shouldn't want more, but I kind of want more. I want more maps. There's only 5 maps. The game selection, I'm starting to get kind of a bit of a repetitive feel, but there's still like times I'll play a game and because I'll just pop on and do like the little 15 turn one, and it's like takes about an hour. It's kind of a good way to end the night, but so like I'll get some like games like, oh man, fucking bumper car balloon bar bumper balloon cars again. But it's fun, man. I like it. The online is okay. I get matched up with people, and like I'd say about 30% of the time it's just so laggy you just have to quit. Like as soon as you like do your first turn dice block, it's like, okay, this game is not gonna happen. It's too laggy already. So it's good with a couple caveats, but I'd give it like a 4 out of 5.
That's
Yeah, me
pretty
and Taylor
good.
had fun sabotaging you that one game. So
Yes, bro, it was absolutely booty. Daniel, please.
I gotta go
Gooey,
get the
please.
game. I just got the other one, so
save me.
Oh, forget the other one, bro. You gotta get Superstars. Because I didn't.
know, I gotta get
'cause
the
I
new
love
one.
Mario Party. I don't know about you guys, but so I specifically did not get Super Mario Party because everybody said it was trash. So it's like, no, I'm not gonna waste my money on that.
And it was like less than a year later they released such a better wait, no, it might have been over a year, but Superstars is so much better.
it's been actually a few years.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
Super-
definitely been at least 2 years.
oopsies.
Yeah.
I'm old.
I have not been playing any video games or watching any
Yeah, we
good
noticed.
shows. I know. It's been a busy week, but I do have a quick rant that is a little off topic, but I was bamboozled
leading
by AT&T today, and I'm still just reeling about this. So
Yeah,
I
just
got
do
the iPhone 12 last year, and they talked me into getting the big case and a screen for a lot of money at the AT&T instead of just ordering it off Amazon. But they said I get a lifetime warranty for if I crack my screen protector, And I saved the receipt. I kept everything. And then I go in today and he was like, oh, you got everything. They put a new screen on there and everything was good. And he's like, okay, that'll be an $8 fee for me putting the screen on. It's like lifetime warranty. And then I have to pay $8 every time I want the screen replaced. That I just don't think that makes any sense.
No, especially
Oh, go ahead.
they're $12 for a 4-pack for like the Gorilla Glass. Like,
I know. I was like, well, at least every time this breaks, I could just keep bringing it back. But if they're going to charge me $8, what is the point?
Yeah, so as a fellow cheap jerk and self-proclaimed like everything's worth it for the principal, I don't know, $8 for something as annoying as that, $8. Even if I did have a warranty, that's one of those I would just like, just like shake my head and just walk away. Just, I mean, you paid the $8. That's what I'm saying. Like, you just get it done, but just, charge.
I know.
I did, brother.
I didn't want to make a scene, but I like at first when he was like, okay, that'll be $8, I laughed. And then he was like, I was like, wait, are you being serious? And it was so awkward. Like, I thought he was cracking a joke because we were just talking. And then he's like, yeah, that'll be $8. I was like, oh,
The audacity, bro.
bro. He's like, yeah. So that's been my week, but that just happened a couple hours ago.
tragic.
Brutal,
Okay.
Well, it sounds like you need a beverage.
I know. I was about to say, let's jump into it. So everyone, crack it.
Nice.
Okay, what you guys got?
I've got the Ferguson Brewing Company Hefeweizen. It's got a
one of my
banana
personal
on it.
favorites. Yes, I like that.
Oh,
I've got the Athletic Brewing Company Cerveza Atletica.
nice.
This is actually a non-alcoholic beer because I did not know we were recording a podcast tonight, and I have no idea.
Tragic. Caught
I've
dry.
I've got the new Sonic seltzers, so they've been really good. I've already had a couple of these. I've not had lemon berry.
What is that?
Wait, can you buy
It's
them
Sonic
from
brand.
Sonic?
I got it at the grocery store.
Oh,
But
like
it's-
Sonic the
it's
food
like-
company.
It's,
Yeah.
it's hard seltzer, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just what we did. You drive through Sonic and then you pour a shot of whatever in it. So I mean,
Yeah,
They
they
might
just
go.
saving you time.
yeah,
It's pretty
I
good.
guess. Then you don't have to go
Okay.
to Sonic. So which is
Exactly. So we're going to get into our topic for today, and at the time that we're recording, yeah. But at the time that we're recording this, the new Pokemon Diamond, Brilliant Diamond, and Shining Pearl come out soon.
Tomorrow?
So, yeah, that comes out tomorrow. So by the time this airs, it will have already been out. Let us know if you guys have been playing it, what you like and dislike about the game. But we kind of just wanted to talk about the whole Pokemon franchise and what we're hoping comes out. So, Steven, what are your expectations? Street that?
I don't know exactly what you asked me because you flailed around and your internet cut out, but you could like restart and tell me again.
I said, what are your hopes, dreams, expectations with the game?
My expectations are that it is just a port, and I think that's what a lot of people started accepting, is that like it's literally the DS game on the Switch, and they kept like the chibi style to match the sprite work. They used the assets for the battle animations because they already have those. Those are future-proof 3D animations. So they're going to use that. The underground looks really good. It looks like a great way. So Sword and Shield had great like grinding mechanics. Like it was really easy to get level 100 EV trained, natures, all those things in Sword and Shield. So I'm hoping they keep those mechanics. But it also looks like they have a good way of like farming different types of Pokemon similar to the raids, with the underground like relics. So I'm hoping that that's how they expand on some more accessibility for different types of Pokemon, maybe with like hidden abilities or those kind of things. So I just want a good port of these older games because like it's hard to get a hold of original cartridges. You can't play Diamond and Pearl on a big screen. You've never been able to do that. The DS is always kind of locked in that experience. So this is the first time that you can put Pokemon Diamond or Pearl on your 65-inch TV and just veg out. So I'm really excited for that.
Yeah. At first, I didn't have strong feelings either way, but the closer we get to the release date, I'm actually excited. I was like thinking through all the Pokemon that were created in that game, and there's some pretty epic ones that were introduced in that game. And, if it is just a port, I think I'm okay with that. It's been long enough. That was probably the game I probably put the most time into. And so I'm ready to play it again, but I already forgot a lot. Now, Baldwin, you have not played many Pokemon games. Can you tell us your Pokemon history?
Yeah, the first and I believe only Pokemon like straight like OG Pokemon game that I've played is Pokemon Yellow, like back in the day. What console would that have been on? Game
Game Boy
Boy
Color or Game Boy, yeah.
Color? Yeah, Game Boy Color. But yeah, I mean, I played the heck out of that. So I have three questions for you guys. As a person who has not played since Yellow, uh, are Ash Ketchum and Pikachu still are they like relevant in every game, or was that purely a TV function?
No, they're not relevant in any of the games except for Yellow, and the
Really?
the
It's not blue and red.
persona is Red. So Red is the main character of Pokemon Red, and he actually is a recurring character that shows up. Ash, I think, really has only been in Yellow.
Really? Wow. Yeah, so I guess with
Canonically.
Pikachu. Okay. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, how many Pokemon games are there? Like OG style Pokemon? Because you said Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. I'm like, and I know they kind of did by colors. That's got to be
So
like
they,
over
so
10
they,
games.
every other game is a remake at this point. So they've already remade
Oh, really?
Red and Blue. They remade Silver and Gold. They've remade Ruby and Sapphire, and then now they're remaking Diamond and Pearl. So then, so there's
So how many
eight
was that? Eight?
games. Well, no. We're on remake 4, but I think there's 8 generations of Pokemon.
Think we're on 10, actually. Because Gen 9 is what Sword and Shield was, right? We need a fact check. I'll fact check. Ask your other question,
Yeah,
Dan.
we'll find that. Okay, so my third question is what changes from like so like there's the controversy about like Madden releasing the same game over and over again, Call of Duty kind of releasing the same game over and over again. What is it that has changed across the however many decades Pokemon has been going on? Like what, I guess 25 years it looks like?
Honestly, not
So
much, and
from yellow to this. Okay.
it doesn't make sense that Call of Duty gets the flack, honestly, but Nintendo honestly thrives with
On
not
those types of
changing the
games.
formula. I mean, how many Mario
Yeah.
games there are, how many Legend of Zelda games, it is very repetitive and it
But even
works.
on something like Mario and Zelda, there are definite like updates to the game surrounding like in the in game is I'm sure the graphics are upgraded. Like the lighting is mostly the same. Like
They add moves, they add Pokemon, and then also what would appeal to people, like for Super Smash Brothers, they fine tune competitive play. And so they balanced out what the Pokemon strengths are, and they've added in each game, there's probably better like online play and online battles, if that
okay, so
makes sense.
online, so multiplayer, that type of thing, just battle another
So,
trainer from around the world. That's like a prevalent part of this.
Battle
Okay,
trade,
yeah,
yeah.
that's
and so
tight.
like
That's
and
tight.
that's like yeah, and that's what kind of upgrades when they do these remakes because Diamond and Pearl was the first game that there was Wi-Fi in the when it was for the DS, but I'm sure they will do like more of a battle systems like in all the games now. It's easy to just go online and trade with whoever and battle whoever. I think this was the first game where they did the global trading system, right?
I don't think they had a global trading. They had the things called the union rooms. So basically, it was like
Mm-hmm.
random like chat rooms you can jump in and see who's in there and be like, I want to battle, or I want to trade.
Is it
So I
lame
think
like
they'll.
other Nintendo properties
I'm sorry.
online? Is the online lame like other Nintendo
I
properties?
mean, all Nintendo consoles use peer to peer, like
Yeah,
online.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's pretty much what it's going to be. I have never heard of them making their own servers. They actually introduced the Pokemon Home app and I'll be really curious to see how that going forward this is. But that is where the global trading kind of sits in, so you can funnel all your different games to the phone storage from Pokemon Go, Sword and Shield, Let's Go, and even further back if you really wanted to. But there's some hoops. And
I mean,
you've done the global trading on that, Daniel, right?
I have. And Baldwin, I know you're making like a face,
That
but
just
it
makes
is
my
an
face just
interesting.
like
It is an interesting concept because there is technically a way to get your Pokemon from yellow and red and blue. People have gotten it all the way to their phones, and so it's pretty cool. Like it even says like the year the Pokemon was caught, and it's like
oh
it's your
wow.
same. It's like your Charizard that you had when you were 7 is now on the big screen. Like it's just mind blowing. It is a very cool concept, and I hope they do it the right way because there are already some issues with it. Like so on Pokemon Go, the app, they do a lot of seasonal Pokemon where they'll wear like a Christmas hat or a pirate hat for depending on the holiday. And if you transfer it off the game, it loses that. And I just like it shouldn't be that hard for them to just keep the sprite, you know?
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping they go like the route of like NFTs, and that's like a whole different kind of conversation. But like if these Pokemon actually have like traceable like unique coding to them, that'd be really neat. I don't think they have that right now, besides like trainer ID numbers, but I think there's some overlap with that. But I think that's like the got 'em catch 'em all, which they have dropped that as a slogan because they're not really necessarily worried about you collecting a living dex. Um,
That's a
And
great
I think they've
slogan.
also realized once you catch them all, that loses the replay value. And I think that's
Yes.
what Pokemon Go is freaking out about, is because they've slowly stalled being able to catch them because people will run out of entertainment.
yeah. And that's why I think like going back and bringing the old games up to par with like the current generations is super valuable. Especially because you haven't been able to play Diamond and Pearl since I think 2004 was when it was released. So it's been a hot minute. Or yeah, I think it was like 2004, 2005 is when Diamond and Pearl came out. Maybe it was 2008. I don't know.
I think it
Um,
was 2006.
Something like that. Early 2000s, mid 2000s era. Um,
I remember because it came out on my 10th birthday.
okay.
So Baldwin, I have a question. So did you enjoy playing Pokemon Yellow? Why was that the only game you played?
Yeah, it was fun, but I don't know. I mean, I guess I got the experience. Like I don't, and I definitely have a lot of grinding in my video game career. Thousands of hours on many types of things. So that's not the problem. I don't know. Something about Pokemon just doesn't really enthrall me like that, I guess. I don't know. I played a lot of like Pokemon Stadium, and I'm playing a lot of Pokemon Unite. Only master on the Funky channel, by the way.
Currently,
Don't at me. Don't at me.
currently.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it just didn't really do much
So
for me.
if you liked Pokemon Stadium, why doesn't it appeal to these newer games? Because it's kind of like that.
Um, I don't know. I mean, honestly, at this point, as a almost 30-year-old man, it just doesn't like, I don't know, I'd rather just play other stuff. Because, I mean, I don't know, maybe that speaks kind of to my gaming style. Like, because I had also not played uh, a Legend of Zelda game before. I just played Breath of the Wild. I haven't played any of the like Mario classic platformers. I haven't played any of those. So I kind of don't like that exploring style of game too much. I kind of like to just, kind of get right into it.
That makes sense. That's fair. And you were always an Xbox person, weren't you?
Uh, Generally, I mean, in that first phase, that first big phase where it was GameCube, PS2, and Xbox, I had all three of those. Um,
Hmm.
so I mean, I played a lot. I mean, so mainly I kind of play like shooters and like RPG style stuff generally,
Shoot a man.
and Smash.
Gotcha.
Smash.
Now, Steven, you
Always.
brought up this sheet that Pokemon is what is this? The highest grossing media franchise?
Yes, of everything by a long shot. Like second place
Yeah.
isn't even like close.
Yeah, so it says
fascinating list.
Pokemon is total revenue is $105 billion with a B, and then the next one is Hello Kitty, which really surprises me because you don't see a lot of Hello Kitty stuff, and that's
I was
84.5 billion.
I was gonna say they also break down like what how they gross their money, and Hello Kitty is pretty much straight merchandise. Like that's 84 billion all in merchandise.
That's
Um,
crazy.
And I think
so
a
I mean,
really
like some
a really important number is Hello Kitty's been around since '74, and so you've got 20 years till
Yeah.
'96 when Pokemon comes out.
Right. And
Eh,
so these other companies that it's also beating out is Winnie the Pooh, Mickey Mouse and Friends, and even Star Wars. So these are some big companies that just Pokemon is really just stomping on.
Yeah,
like the
So
interesting range of years that these franchise started. So it's like 96, 74, 24 Winnie the Pooh, 28 Mickey Mouse and Friends. So like Star Wars 77, so some of these are super established. Like I was actually going to say, like after you were talking about Hello Kitty, like pointing out the year, like that is an entrenched, like that's our Winnie the Pooh or our Mickey the Mouse, or you always see people with like SpongeBob backpacks and stuff like that. Like that is for Japan. That's huge for them.
yeah. Sanrio has a large franchise. Like they have different stuff too, and they you've probably seen like the Gutama or the egg thing, and those kind of stuff. That's all that same company. So Hello Kitty is very profitable because that's even just a one of their franchises or intellectual properties. But what blows my mind is that when you get down to like the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, that's only at 36.2 billion.
Yeah.
So like you're talking about like 70 billion before you're even close, and Pokemon's not slowing down. Like Sword and Shield is the best-selling game that they've ever had. So they're actually just starting to like surpass themselves at this point.
How about this, Stephen? Go down one more on the list, and you'll never guess that it is our favorite Italian plumber. It's Mario.
Yeah. Which
At essentially $35 billion. And so, I mean, if you could go back in time and take a bet up to 1998, you or the equivalent, and say, what do you bet is going to be a bigger franchise? This thing called Pokemon or friggin' Mario, as in like Super Mario?
right. Well, in '98, I probably would have said Pokemon just because like that's when like
You were
the
a child.
movie. Well, that was between the first two movies. That's like when people like were stabbing each other in the Burger King parking lot to get some Pokemon toys. Like
Good times.
that was like
and keep in mind they haven't released the new Mario movie. That's just gonna skew the numbers right after that movie comes out.
yeah, because
Bro, I
like
can't
if you look
wait.
at Mario, they have they're all video games licensed merchandise, and like box office is like really small. If we remember the '80s like films, so because in Pokemon, they're they they make more in strategy guide revenue than they do than Mario is made in the movie industry. So like the Pokemon books of that number of the 105 billion is 142 million is in
Yes.
books and strategy guides.
Look at the
And
merchandise, bro. 80 billion just straight merchandise? That's insane.
yeah, toys, man. Well, and I think the trading card game falls under there, so that makes it a
Yeah,
little
it
bit.
does.
And that's what I was thinking back when we were introducing this topic for tonight. I actually like my interest in Pokemon started with the trading card game. It wasn't even the video games. That
Correct.
came a lot
Yeah,
later because I had Pokemon cards in kindergarten, and I don't think we got Pokemon Stadium until I was in like first or second grade. So I had already been like a year or two into the Pokemon craze before even getting my hands on the core game.
Yeah, I should have mentioned that was really where it started, was trading card game. Like, and you'd have your mom drive you up to what was it, Toys R Us at the time, and they would have their little gaming tournaments on the shop floor. And
Yeah.
he'd just go there and start battling these like 30-year-old fat dudes.
Oh yeah.
As an 8-year-old or whatever.
It took me forever to get my first deck. Like it was like when it was really starting to pop off, and like Toys R Us never had them, and like all the toy stores. And I ended up having to get mine from like a Walgreens like kiosk. Like I had actually called around.
You always buy a pack, bro.
No. It was a deck. I couldn't get a starter deck. Like it wasn't even like I needed a starter deck to get started because duh, you need a starter deck. I was 7, 6 or 7. I don't remember which. But like that was where mom like made me like start doing like things on my own a little bit. She's like, no, if you want this, you got to call around. Here's the numbers in the phone book of the Walgreens that are close by. Call them and ask them if they have Pokemon cards.
Oh,
and I ended up having to do that as a 7-year-old. I can't imagine with like the Walgreens person answering like,
yeah.
do you have Pokemon cards? I was like, is this a child?
Some drugged out degenerate answering the phone. Hey man,
Hey, yeah,
Pokemon
I don't
cards.
know. This kid's asking for Pokemon cards. What are those?
Am I back in time again?
No, and I think that's where you can see the difference between Pokemon and Mario is just the way that they are able to expand the brand in games and even like the music and the movies and stuff, where Mario has just been the games. They've never really done anything else.
And I don't think they'll need to. I think the movies are a great step into world building, but they could release more Mario games. I know it's a lot of effort to do that, but
You're a video game company. How's it effort to release video games?
Nintendo releases very polished products, and they do. Like if you point to something that's clunky on release or like really garbage from a Nintendo product, let me know, because I don't know where that would be.
The Joy-Cons.
That's a different decision. that's different. Oh my god, it's cutting out. Oh no.
Leave it in the comments.
Yeah.
That was
No,
pretty
but
easy. That was easy.
backtracking to Diamond and Pearl to save your life, Steven. But I will say something that I would like to see is an increased level on the difficulty, or at least have the option to do easy, normal, or hard.
I have heard that the people that data mined it, or the people that got like the hacked version, said that like, this is technically the hardest one ever released. Harder than Black
I did
and
hear that.
White 2. So
I did hear that too, but I hope that's true, because I know it's made for kids, but have the option, because Sword and Shield was so easy. It was just like, where's the challenge? Like, I don't think I lost a team once. It wasn't even like, I don't know. So I would just like them to just increase the difficulty, make some kids cry, get them a little frustrated.
You're
yeah,
telling me there's only one difficulty?
there's no
Yeah.
difficulty settings. There's just playing through. Well, because supposedly the
get
challenge comes from the metagame, which has this whole like math component and grinding and strategizing, and then like that goes into the tournament
Lame.
settings and those kinds. Yes, I agree. I am definitely of the camp where like you can toggle, and there's literally just like a level difference, or like a like AI like people that make the ROM hacks of the older Pokemon games, like they've created these really intelligent AIs that can like do obnoxious combat things as far as like calculations and strategizing. If just they're Nintendo, they can literally, they've proven that they can steal things from the community and just resell it to us. So just steal whatever math was. I don't know how AI works. I'm not even going to pretend that I make pictures for a living, but someone already did it, so just use it. Like, just steal it. You can. It's your intellectual property, and they mess with it, so they can do it. But and also to the point, this game isn't necessarily made exclusively for kids. It's a remake, and it's really selling itself as a remake. It's the remake that's been most requested, so it's really for the boomers that played it eternity ago.
Yeah.
So this is if you're gonna make something hard, and it's not Creatures. This is actually the first time that a Pokemon game is not made by Creatures. It's made by a new company. So that might, they might want to stand out and be like, hey, we want to earn our stripes as like the Pokemon remake team, and we're gonna make harder games with what the fans want. Those kind of things. Do it. I think they're called like Indigo or something like that. I'll look it up. But Daniel, you're supposed to cover for me while I'm fact checking. Leave your dog alone.
Oh, sorry, my dog is moving around in the background, so I was making sure she wasn't doing anything crazy. So, is there anything that would draw you in, Dan, to get the game, or just your speed at all?
I don't know. Honestly, probably not. It kind of feels like not my speed. Like I would probably rather play. I don't know if I'm gonna play a slower paced game, something like that. For some reason I'd rather play stuff like Fire Emblem or like I'm playing Knights of the Old Republic right now. Or I love like Dragon Age. I don't know if you guys ever played Dragon Age. But that was a really tight game. I don't know. Something about the just like and I do honestly still think of it just like Pokemon Yellow. So like I'm sure it's updated a little bit, but just like you guys said, it's the same concept. But I mean like just kind of having your little guy and you're just walking around and oh, there's a Pokemon. I gotta find out this little puzzle kind of thing. I don't know. It just doesn't really speak to me at the moment.
I'm double checking
Got a
something.
barking dog, but yes, Dragon Age was the bomb. I played Dragon Age Origins.
Yeah, Dragon Age was tight, bro. Dragon Age 2 was kind of lame. Personally, I don't know if you played the second one, but then and then they never did release the third one, I don't think. Dragon Age Origins, I played the poop out of that. That was a tight game.
Yeah, I love that game. It was so good. I think someone stole it from us, but it was a fun game while we had it.
So I would like to kind of just go back to that list and just kind of point out a couple of interesting things, or at least interesting things to me, just kind of scrolling down. So kind of the next one after that main $50 billion category was Disney Princess, which began in 2000. I don't know exactly what franchise that is per se, but it's grossed $46 billion. Like that's, what is that? The sixth highest grossing franchise ever?
Yeah, so I actually know about this. Disney Princess line was created as mostly a merchandise line, and they created a lot of parameters about who actually gets to become a Disney princess. And so there's like a board and panel and like parameters for which characters.
One Asian princess, one Native American princess.
No, it's borderline that. But basically, yeah, it's like they have to have. They make fun of it in Moana. They're like, you have to have like do you have a pet sidekick? Are you of royalty of those kind of things? And that's what makes you a Disney princess TM. And that's if you ever go to like the Disney stores in the mall or those kind of things, like they have the Disney princess, and that's mostly a merchandise component of like the Disney brand.
Yeah, so another one right after that actually is one called Anpanman, which is another Anpanman, which is another Japanese creation. It's apparently a donut, jelly-filled donut superhero, something of that nature.
The first time I heard of it was when we looked at this list, so no insight on that one.
So there's like Spider-Man, Batman, you get to your Dragon Balls, Call of Duty, Gundam is here. Toy Story is actually a super high grossing one. I don't know, it's just like a few movies, but I think like some of these, like Dragon Ball, which has video games and TV shows and like all the merchandise.
So,
exactly. So anything else kind of stick out to you guys?
Is He-Man on there? He-Man Master of the Universe?
He-Man's probably way lower. I'll scroll for you, but...
Yeah,
I feel like
I feel like
that would not be on there.
Yeah, I think if you were looking for like what franchise are they going to reboot or bring back, like look at the lower end of this list where they already have like a significant amount of like capital gains on that, and then
Bro,
it's like,
do you see how low Superman is? I'm sorry to cut you off. Superman, I thought I had actually already passed Superman. Superman has only grossed $9 billion, and Spider-Man and Batman, just for reference, were like up there closer to like way closer to Disney Princess.
yeah,
I'm honestly surprised Power Rangers is so high. Because that seemed like a very short-lived thing, but it's above Marvel
dude, Power
and the
Rangers is going
Avengers.
today. Like, have you been on Netflix and watched the new Power
Mm-mm.
Rangers? Like, it's
Yeah, Power Rangers is still popping.
new Power Rangers is actually pretty legit. Like, I'll tell you, like, unironically, I was watching it with my son, and I was like, oh no, I'm invested. Like, how much are these morphers? Like,
League of Legends is on here, which makes me
League of
happy.
Legends is on there. So
It's-
here's an interesting foursome. As I'm looking
Still
for
above
He-Man, which
Fortnite.
is still not occurred,
Yeah.
I have The Big Bang Theory, Naruto, Halo, and the DC Extended Universe all in,
the
all in a
Big
straight
Bang
line.
Theory. That makes me want to.
Right.
The
I'm
big-
surprised.
What does the
I
Big
would
Bang
say-
make? What is
The
that
Big
at?
Bang Theory has made more than Halo and Naruto. Just say that in your head.
Oh.
But anyway, Big Bang Theory is $6.57 billion, which insane.
Oh man, should we
would
make
say,
that the title of this episode? The Big Bang Theory is worth more than Halo.
Right.
Oh my god, that's a horrible stat.
And Fortnite is like the newest company that's doing the best. I'm honestly surprised Minecraft. I've not seen that yet.
It's on there. Yeah, keep going. Donkey Kong is way down the list. $5 billion.
The fact that it's on there though, there's not that much Donkey Kong content. Like you can't even
No.
get a Donkey Kong toy right now. I looked.
Which is a shame. Here's another interesting fivesome. My Little Pony, Donkey Kong, Beauty and the Beast, Beyblade, and Seinfeld.
Beyblade inside.
Beyblade beat Seinfeld, bro. How did Beyblade make more money than Seinfeld?
Beyblades actually has a really good community, and it's something that's like collectible and competitive, man. Like the two C's of making money, collectible and competitive.
The Legend of Zelda is really far down. That's surprising to me.
They don't make a lot of stuff. They're like these. They're kind of kept
They
under
do
lock and
make a
key.
lot of, but they do make a lot of merch for Zelda.
I think now, but
Yeah.
for something that's been around since the 80s.
Hamtaro. We all remember that classic.
Oh my god,
Hamtaro made more money than the
Hamtaro.
Matrix.
Mhm.
Summon me back. Ham.
Beyblade made more money than the Matrix.
Good.
The last thing on the list is the Conjuring Universe.
Hey, up and coming. Let's go.
I love that.
Yeah, I've got no He-Man on this list.
Interesting. I was just curious. Because, I mean, that was, like, really big. And they're rebooting it, so I was just curious if, like, that toy... Because, like, hitting that toy market, at least back then, was, like, super important. I think it is now. I think we're actually going to see a huge toy boom coming up here. Because I think we're really getting back to, like... I think accidentally close to an 80s, 90s level of like capitalist consumerism, especially for like toys and knickknacks because we're trapped in our homes and kind of getting accustomed to it now. But like looking at the toys, just because it's close to the holidays and now I'm actually shopping for like a child that like I have fond memories of that era. A lot of the toys look awfully familiar. Like, yeah, my child, you're not allowed to watch this podcast, so I can't spoil your Christmas gifts. Like, I got a giant Batman robot, like, Megazord thing, and it's sweet, and it's huge, and I'm like, I would have played with this a lot as a child.
Do they even know who Batman is?
Yeah, he knows what Batman is. He's got, like,
Who
Batman
is
jammies and
Batman?
stuff. He does, I don't think
Who
he's
is
seen
Batman?
this. Who is the Batman?
Even like the Halloween this year, I work at a school and the parades and all the costumes were like Harry Potter and just like all these old stuff. I'm like, that are the same costumes that we would wear. I'm like, that's so interesting.
Liking Harry Potter is pretty cringe. They not know who J.K. Rowling is.
Yeah. That is another day.
Dan, gonna make it through this podcast? We boring you?
No. Tired.
Oh, about to make a point and then Steven knocked me off. Forget it, bro. It wasn't that important.
Okay. I feel like this is a good time to wrap up, so we can make some funky content on the funky games. So, do you guys have anything else you want to say?
Buy merch. Buy the merch. You
Yep.
can't get this merch because this was a test, but you can buy other merch. There's cool merch. You should buy that merch, especially for Christmas. You know, you want your boys to look good in some funky merch. You should buy that, especially our Twisted Tap Out tee for Twisted Tea, a very dead meme that I enjoyed very much. So it has a T-shirt to forever commemorate the violence that you can commit towards racism. So get yourself a Twisted Tea.
Is that at the funky.store?
Yeah, funky.store, where you can get funky merch. You should get funky merch.
Yeah,
And that is
funky.store.ma.
No,
Go there,
false.
right?
That's not right. That's not correct. Don't go there.
It's funky.store, but funky without the U, so FNKY.
Yeah, because we need you. We need you to come to funky.store to buy stuff.
Please,
You make that work.
You'll never see
reach
us
for
again.
that.
No, like when I
You
came
can't
up with,
say-
no, I have to tell the story now. When I came up with the brand, my wife was like, "That's dumb," and she's like, "There's no you in it." It's like, because all we need is you. She's like, damn you, bro.
And that is it. We're now deleting the podcast. We will
Goodbye,
not be
podcast.
uploading
We miss you very
anymore.
much.
Dan is dead. No. But
It was
make
a
sure you
good
guys
run.
like and subscribe. Tell us how you like the new Diamond and Pearl game, and we will be back next